Well, look who's working so hard.
Sorry, the office is closed.
Which would be why you're here doing what by yourself exactly? Oh, let me take a wild guess. You're trying to cover your tracks. What a shame you're too late.
Why are you still here? Isn't it time you crawled back under your rock?
You remember Jason, don't you? The one Grandfather loves so much. The one who was in a near-fatal car accident, had emergency surgery. I'm just here to make sure Grandfather's all right.
Don't call him that. You're not family.
Grandfather would disagree.
That's because you shamelessly suck up to him. But I see who you are.
A woman who wishes she had everything you take for granted. At least you had a family, have a family, yet all you do is bitch and moan. Any family I ever had was ripped away by my mother's lies.
Wah, wah, wah. Go back to the Chandlers. Bleed that family dry.
Shipped me off to boarding school just as soon as they could. But you, Tracy, you had it all, didn't you? Everything I ever wanted. Yes, it's true, the Quartermaines turned bickering into a family sport, but there was always love underneath, and you squandered it. Alienated your sons, drove them away. Maybe that's why you've always seen me as a threat.
Threatened by a woman who's experienced a lifetime of rejection?
I see family for the gift that it is. Even after I admitted I wasn't a Quartermaine by blood, it didn't matter to Alan or Edward. I was more of a family to them than you ever were.
Don't compare us. We're worlds apart. Spare me the little orphan routine.
You remember Jason, Tracy, don't you? Your nephew who's about to undergo yet another surgery. Have you even called to check and see how he's doing?
Jason hasn't been my nephew since AJ took him for a drunken joyride and they plowed into a tree.
Oh, how can you be so callous?
How can you think that I care about your opinion? You're nothing but a parasite latching on to survive.
Well, you'd certainly know all about that, wouldn't you? The way you latched onto Gino after Grandfather kicked you out. Is that what you were doing? Looking him up? Or what you did to him?
You're not trying to compare our history with men, are you?
At least I'm a woman enough to sleep with the men I screw over.
I guess so, and then they just leave you, right?
When's the last time you heard from Luke?
That's it. You're done. Get out. Find another victim.
Oh, this one suits me quite nicely.
Problem?
It's practically solved.
I want you to find something, and then I want you to make it disappear.
Don't we have something for that?
Actually, I want you to handle it personally.
No problem. What am I looking for?
Is it time to be cocky? This isn't it.
How can I help? Tracy's got me digging around in files, looking for anything pertaining to a big stock spike around a decade ago.
Predictable as a hungry rat.
What the hell's going on? Why wasn't I informed?
This is need-to-know information, so don't ask.
It's my ass on the line here, and I don't like surprises.
Do what I say, and I won't have to come up with any for you. Garish?
So, what have you found?
Nothing so far. You know, I might have better luck if I was looking for something more specific than potentially damning financials when a company jumped into the big leagues.
That information is all you need to go on.
I'm not doing these favors out of the goodness of my heart.
I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart. What's your point?
I assume there's a payoff? Something in the nature of, say, a bonus attached to this week's paycheck.
You're on my team because you're smart, creative, and motivated. Those are qualities that help to build ELQ. If you stick with me, there's going to be a much bigger payoff than a bonus to your weekly check.
Good, you've got it on.
Diamonds aren't every girl's best friend.
The green of the stones off the glint in your eyes, like the jewels of the Celtic crown.
Who knew you were such a poet?
Who knew you had such a grudge against Tracy?
Did you deposit the money?
All in your offshore account. You have the flash drive, I assume.
This little storage bin holds all the damning evidence connecting the dots, proving that Tracy plowed all of Gino Slito's mob money straight into ELQ. All of her grand and glorious efforts were funded by dirty money.
Oh, I almost feel sorry for Tracy. Her days as a duchess looking down her nose on us peasants are coming to a close.
And the kingdom lived happily ever after.
The end.
Huh? Remember what I said. Whatever game you're playing with Tracy, you leave Edward out of it. He's not to be touched in any way. His assets and his life remain intact.
You have my word. Cross my heart.
And hope to die. You can make all the right noises and promise me that Edward won't get hurt, and you turn around and do it anyway, you really don't know what you're dealing with.
Again, I could say the same. You're gonna give me what I paid for?
With a minor caveat.
Sounds like a good wine.
I got you the goods on Tracy, and you can use that to get whatever it is you want to get over on her. But you leave Edward alone.
Is there a noir coming?
Let's just say the plot is coming up with that damning evidence on Tracy. I managed to come up with something even worse about you.